We've had everybody from preachers to policemen to airline pilots to fighter pilots to prostitutes and coroners and last was a mortician last week.
That's right.
And who have you rounded up this week, Stephen?
This is pretty cool. On the line with us is Christian Cadieux from CrimeSceneCleaners.ca. His company name is Crime and Trauma Scene Cleaners, and they do exactly what you think they do. They're like the wolf on Pulp Fiction. They go to crime scenes, other scenes that maybe no crime was committed, but still there's some bodily mess that needs to be cleaned up, and these guys are the ones that do it. Christian, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Steven?
Very, very good. Thanks for joining us.
Christian,
Jerry,
who called?
Red Dog, how's everybody?
Excellent.
Awesome, buddy.
Who called
Awesome,
you?
good stuff.
Who calls you first of all? Okay, say we've got a macabre murder scene. Is it the police that call you after they've done their investigating?
You know what? Sometimes it's a combination of the police or perhaps family members or property owners, superintendents, landlords, et cetera, et cetera. We get a combination of different types of individuals that call us to let us know what has happened or what has transpired and whatnot.
Right. Now, when I first spoke to you, you had a great story. You just got back. This was about 2 days ago. You just got back from a scene that was pretty unbelievable. Tell that story.
All right. Okay, so for all you listeners out there that...
We're eating their breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want
for a
you
second.
guys heaving up what you ate for breakfast. But here's the story. Here's what happened. We were called to a situation where it was a natural human decomposition. And it was in a triplex of a house. And the deceased was on the top floor. The deceased had been decomposing for approximately 2 weeks.
And what happens when that happens? Do you bloat?
Yeah, actually 15 minutes after the heart stops beating, the decomposition process begins. And what happens is the body begins to bloat. You're absolutely right. It discolors, it bloats, it inflates, and then it comes back to its natural form and size. And at that point, through the different mucous membranes, bodily fluids are released.
Gotcha.
More so, especially the rectum and the eyes and the mouth.
Gotcha.
And at that point, for some particular reason, I don't know how this happens, but it's like, honestly, it's like a miracle. A fly appears out of nowhere, and it will land on the decomposing body and on the mucous membranes, whether it's the eyes, nose, mouth, et cetera, et cetera. It'll lay its larva, and then maggots are formed.
That's what I've seen,
The flies then begin to hatch, and they've been on the bodily fluids. They spread the contamination throughout the environment, and a small mess confined to one area becomes a huge, large problem, especially if pets are involved. That's an overlooked issue. I mean, there's been quite a few times where we've been in situations where cats have actually been eating the human body.
Yeah.
They've been feasting on it.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't know better. The pets don't know better. Obviously, their master is dead. They don't know better. And
makes your job easier.
Yeah. I guess if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
But
20% off.
Getting back to the story that Stephen was referring to is, so this individual on the top floor of a triplex began to leak through the floorboards and through the substrates of this particular house, and then went through the ceiling of the people who lived on the second floor. And it just happened the people who lived on the second floor happened to be a newlywed couple. And, of course, being a newlywed couple, they wanted to express themselves.
Yeah.
So the wife certainly she decided to mount her mate, and during the riding process, she decided, for some particular reason, she was touching her back because she was feeling drip, drip, drip on the back of her neck. And what it was the blood from the decomposing body that was dripping on her neck and on her back. So, of course, you can picture how traumatized this new wife was.
Did they finish?
Yeah, I don't know.
Off to the trauma counselor. Off to the trauma counselor right away. What a story.
Unreal.
Exactly.
Christian, I want to ask you a serious question. You clean up trauma scenes as well, accident scenes. How do you not take your work home with you at night? And say you're dealing with a situation involving kids. How does that not affect you for 6 months?
You know what? That's a great question. And I will, very good question. 6 years ago, 5 years ago, if there was a situation involving children, no problem. I could go into it. But my wife, my beautiful wife, who happens to be a mortician as well, we have 30-month twin girls. And now, if there is a situation involving children, I can't do it. I send in the young guys. I send in the bronking bucks of our company who think that they're all that in the bag of potato chips. They go in there and they deal with any situation that involves children.
I don't blame you.
I personally can't do children, but if it doesn't involve children,
you're in.
Let's say, yeah, I'm in. If it's an industrial accident, if it's a situation of unfortunate circumstances, it's tolerance buildup.
You wouldn't think that you would have a better story than the one you just told, but you do. Tell us
Oh
the
yeah,
second
I got
one.
a better one than that. I have. We did a just recently. Another human decomposition, but the individual was a hoarder, similar to the show on TV,
right.
A&E Hoarders. But let me tell you, what they show you on that show is nothing compared to what we see in real life.
Mm-hmm.
In this particular scenario, the deceased had actually made a snowman out of human feces.
How big a snowman are we talking here?
About 5 to 6 feet.
What?
Yeah. So needless to say, it was a bit of a crappy job.
Oh, if you have a question for Christian,
yeah.
give us a shout at 249-CG92 or text us at 929292.
Do you wear the stuff like all the hazardous stuff you see with the big, thing that goes over your head and...
On certain occasions, yeah. When we're going into a meth lab, those are what that's referred to a level A type personal protective equipment, PPE. That particular suit is it's like a space suit. It goes on top of everything. We go in there in the event that there's been a meth lab. Meth lab has been reported or it's been busted by the police. They call us to go in there to do everything to dismantle the meth lab as well as decontaminate any residue that might be inside that environment, like on the walls, on the ceilings, on the floors, et cetera, et cetera.
We've got a caller here for you, Christian.
Yeah,
Hi, CJ, you're on with Christian.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Hey, how are you?
Not bad. This body that you found, right?
Yeah.
Was that here in Calgary?
No, that wasn't in Calgary.
It was in Calgary?
No, it was not.
It wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was not.
Why, are you
All right.
missing somebody?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
My
boy.
brother-in-law.
You're which?
My brother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's in
I'm
his
sorry.
early 50s.
Oh, okay. Well, no, this was actually in Toronto.
Oh, it's in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for the call.
We just got a text here. Have you ever grabbed a body part to move a body and the body part just came off?
No, because that would normally be done by the coroner's office or the fire department. For example, if it was a jumper on the transit system, it would be usually the fire department that removes large body parts. On self-inflictions, we are coming up to a very busy time of the year, and that's Christmas. Christmas is it's suicide season is what we refer to. Everybody in our company works Christmas Day.
Wow.
And because of the weapons and the velocity of the weapons that are used on self-inflictions, it causes body parts to ricochet and sometimes act as a frisbee, bouncing off walls, going upstairs, going downstairs. So on self-inflictions, there is a lot of body parts, like skull fragments, brain matter, that we have to recover.
Wow, we got a great question.
We do. This is from our buddy Rod Dow. He wants to know if a criminal, like, say, John Travolta or Samuel Jackson, has ever asked you to do some private work.
Well, let's just say, I have to be careful what I say here. I'm 37 years of age, and, let's just say I didn't get to the top of my game by being a good boy.
There you go.
Wow.
Perfect. Well, you know, what a remarkable... We'd love to have you on again because we've only asked about 20% of the questions we want to ask.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But fantastic. Now, you mentioned this could even become a TV series. You've done a pilot.
Yeah, we actually did a pilot. The name of the pilot was called The Grim Sweepers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the name of the pilot was the pilot was received exceptionally well by viewers. It got a 4 out of 5 in the Star. It was received very well, but unfortunately, because of some political reasons on the network that put up the money for the pilot, our show got replaced with Toddlers and Tiaras.
Oh,
boy.
Really?
Yeah, that was a big slap in the face.
On a happier note, Red Dog's whipping up a big batch of chili on Sunday for the boys at football. We may need you to come check out the can on Monday.
Absolutely, no
with you?
problem.
All right. Christian, thanks so much, buddy.
Thanks for having me on, guys.